could be the final mix for this year's spring calves. Up they are. Now they're having to like reach down and up. Just making a start to this side. And just like that, this could be the final mix for this year's spring calves. It feels like they're only just in the shed. But no, tomorrow is the day where we are going to be taking them across the road to give them a tidy up, get their heads clipped, tails clipped, smarten them up for the sale, and then they need to get loaded at the farm into the floats. So yeah, this is their final night in this shed, which means that I can start getting to work and mucking it out tomorrow. No, probably leave that till next week, but we'll see how we're getting on time wise. But yeah, final mix heading out to them. I'm not putting out a full load because obviously we are taking them across tomorrow, so just going to give them a wee trickle tonight, keep them happy, and then yeah, this is it. Well, you get the gist of it, but I got a call halfway through so I had to answer. So yeah, just giving them a wee bit. Hope it's not too much. It's hard to judge, but you know, they'll be in here for 12, 14 hours maybe, I don't know. So they need a wee bit to keep them going. But yeah, I don't know, I can't decide how they look. It's really hard to tell how big they are in this shed because obviously, you know, the shed's a fair size and it's deceiving. Once we get them across, clipped, tidied up, you know, hopefully it'll change them a wee bit and they'll be a bit heavier than what some of them look, but it is what it is. They're nice enough calves, they're just young yet, so hopefully we'll get good trade for them, but yeah, time will tell. Well, yesterday when I was feeding them, I would say it was pretty much bang on. So we'll be taking them over in the next few hours, but yeah, they've tidied it up, Bonnie. Ready to come over and get a haircut. Girls. And just like that, the shed is empty, ready for mucking out. God, it's so warm today. It's like wet, drizzly crap, but it's so warm. All calves are back at the farm successfully. One rogue heifer decided to find the tiniest gap she could and then basically ran along the length of the top shed there on the roadside, back down the road and then back in where the rest of them went. Just have to give them give her time and not spook her, not panic her because that's when shit can go wrong. So just let her figure out she'd done wrong, got her pointing in the right direction, and it was fine. I will add she was a limit when she wasn't a shortly. But yeah, all across the farm. So now we are just away to set up some bales, take them around and get them into the crush, get them clipped. So heads get trimmed, tops of their heads, ears, so they can read their tags much easier. They are EID tags, so it's not quite as bad. But it's always fine just to see them visually too. And then tails as well. So tidy up the top of their tail, round their tops of their bum, their hips, and cut the end off nice and straight. So yeah, just gives them a bit of a nicer finish. We find smartens them up. You know, we want to present them the best way we can, and yeah, we take pride in it. So that's this afternoon's job, is to get all 100 odd of them clipped. So this is them in their old accommodation. Get them out in here, into the top pass, down, round, and then into the crush. Time for a refill. So when they're going, they get penned in here, come up the ramp, and then right there. So let's fill the race. Come on, boys. Come on, down you go. Down you go. Come on. Come on. Back out. Come on. Come on, boys. Come on. Come on. Come on. Lister Fusion clippers here. So they've got a much finer blade on them, so it's taking it much nicer, closer down to the skin. As you can see here, they're really easy to use, they're nice and lightweight. This calf is doing really well, it's fine and quiet. Some of them obviously get a wee bit nervous, a bit stressed out, just because, you know, this is a noise they've never heard before, and they're held in a crush as well, which they've not been done before. So it's all adds up, and it's just obviously a different environment for them, so some of them can get a wee bit worked up. So we just try and do it as calmly but as quickly as we can, obviously ensuring that they are safe. For the tails, I'm using the battery powered Rambo. So this is from Longhorn. It's really, really good to use. It lasts a long time, and I really like how the handpiece is just the right width for you to hold. So it's like holding a shearing handpiece. Works really well. And just like that, the last one is done. Personally, I do think the heifers are looking a wee bit stronger. They're just a wee bit more level than the stots. We had quite a lot of stots at the start and then a lot at the end, whereas the heifers all seem to come in the middle. So they do look a lot more of an even batch. But I'm sure once we get the stots batched up, they will be looking good in their size groups. All done. Lovely, nice, tidy clipped heads, ready for sale day. So they'll stay across here now in the old cattle court until they go in a few days' time. They'll go into the mart the night before the sale, get settled in a straw-bedded cattle court, they'll get fed, and then we shall see what happens on sale day. They will get a bed, by the way. They've literally just been put back in here, so please don't panic, they are going to get tidied up. But yeah, much smarter now with their heads trimmed, tails tidied up, ready to head to their new home soon. I just think it makes such a difference having that wee bit of scraggly hair just trimmed off them. They all look so much more uniform. Hey girls. I do think heifers are much more level than the stocks. There's a few slightly younger ones. You can see there's a lot more heifers, calves, the limmies in here as well. A few sets of twins. But yeah, I think overall happy enough. I suppose we'll tell you after the sale. So obviously just our second year of these calves being across in the lambing shed, so it is deceiving to know how big they are, because you know we're used to seeing them in here, so you see them in here and you think, oh, they're about right, or they're a wee bit small, or so yeah, it's deceiving when they're across in that other shed, just because we're not used to that surroundings. So yeah, I think on the whole heifers are definitely more level. Stocks are still they're still good shapes, good skins, but just I think once they're put into their right batches, it'll change them totally. But yeah, we'll wait and see. Maybe haven't started pushing the barley on quite sharp enough. Maybe should have done that sooner, or weaned the calves sooner. That's maybe something we need to have a chat about after the sale. See what our thoughts are on that. They're maybe just, stocks particularly maybe just need a wee bit more time, because they obviously don't get fed through summer. It's only when they get weaned that they come on to feed. So yeah, it's hard to tell. You don't want to push them too hard. Like I say, we like to have them just ready for the next person to then build up for finishing. We like to just have them nice big frames, growy, fleshy obviously, but yeah, sale day will tell us all. I should add, for this lot, the spring weaned calves, everything goes. One sale, young, old, everything. Whereas in the autumn we split that, so half go end of September, and then the slightly younger ones, they'll go 2 weeks later in October. But this time of year we need the space, so everything goes. You see everything. The good ones, the plainer ones, the younger ones, the older ones, everything. So yeah, it's just what we do. I know some people keep them and maybe keep the younger ones slightly longer, push them on a wee bit, but you get it all with us. Just coming up to check on my Texels. Dad did check them earlier for me when we were clipping, but I bedded them earlier too, so they're all lined up like big beached whales. Still no lambs. Still no lambs. Don't know who's going to pop first. I've got a Gimmer twin that's got a real big udder, but then there's quite a few triplets that are just there. So this is my Gimmer that she's expecting twins, but as you can see she's got a very big belly, but she's also got a very big udder. She's been filling up for quite a while now. Still no sign of anything. Hey lass, you're gonna be first. Big belly. I'm doing a good job of them. They'll come when they're ready, eh? Good girl. top cattle court, and I cannot tell you how nice it is to have the cows back down at a safe level compared to these cows. You can see the glare, I don't know if you can see that, but they're back down on ground level, and obviously this side's still to muck out. That's today's job, but they're getting so high up they can obviously push their heads out further. So it's been quite a nervous time for me this past few days trying to feed this top shed, but it's so nice to see them back down at a safety level, because you can see there they can't push their heads out as far. That's her sort of at her max, whereas these ones, they can poke their heads out the top, the bottom, in the middle. It's, yeah. So I'm looking forward to getting this side mucked out today. So we try and muck out this top cattle court every 6 weeks. And I think, to be honest, we're probably into the 7th week now, and you can tell. So the forgot what I was going to say. So you can see the height difference there. That's where we mucked out yesterday. The cows can't push their heads out as far, obviously, much safer height, much more comfortable. Whereas over here, you know, they're struggling to get under that bar now. Some of them put their heads out over the top. They're obviously well up, as you can tell. I don't know if I can do it. Maybe it doesn't show it very well, that, but yeah. We have been slightly delayed just because of everything that's been going on. We had our TB test and everything, sorting out bulls, etc., shifting cows around, getting the spring cows in, and then the weather sort of broke. So we've actually had 4 or 5 dry days now in a row, and a wee touch of frost in the morning for some of those, so it's just ideal. Obviously the ground is still absolutely soaking, but it's getting a chance to drip a wee bit and dry out slightly. So, but we just have to go for it. As you can see, the cows are neat and mucked out, so it's a case of just get it done. And definitely needs done. So that's today's job. We're also sending the calves today, so first load will be coming probably just after lunch, and then the second load, I think the same float's coming back for the second load. So yeah, they will be heading off farm today, which is bittersweet as always. You know, proud that they're looking the way they are, they've grown the way they have, proud of what we've produced, but at the same time, it's always just a bit like, it's sad seeing them go, but it's time for new ones. So as I've shared, we have got our first calves on the ground. So a few of our heifers have started calving, which is really good. Calved themselves, lovely sized calves. You know, I'd rather they came out maybe slightly smaller and then were alive and healthy and grew on the ground, as opposed to getting a chav getting them out. So far, touch wood, so good. Long way to continue. Still waiting for the sheep, still no lambs yet, but yeah, there's bound to be a wee spurt of them soon. So hopefully they follow the heifers and just lamb away lovely. This maybe shows it better. So you see how high up they are and how they're having to like reach down and up, whereas they're down low, perfect height for eating out. So yeah, time for a muck out. Just making a start to this side now. So calves are shutting the creep, cows are down in the pass. This side is obviously done yesterday, as I said. So yeah, getting this side mucked out. There's a fair depth of muck in here, but we'll get through it. The main yows need bales of silage today as well, so I'm trying to multitask, and every load that I'm going up with of muck, well, I can't see that, but loaded up again. I am taking a bale of silage with me up. I think, as I said, it's silage time. This tractor terrifies me with bales on the front, so I only just take one. Call me a wimp if you want, but it is what it is. So I'm taking up bales and I'm going to leave them halfway between where we're counting them up and where the rings are beyond that, and then I can nip up with the loader after we finish using it for muck, take 2 at a time, and then get them put into the rings for the sheep, because they're shut through the back as well, so we can leave all the gates open so they won't touch the bales in the meantime. But just taking them up halfway, because I'm going this way anyway, so I thought it made sense to take a bale with me, because there's no point in going up this horrendously bumpy track and not being productive. So I'm going to take 6 bales up with me, and then, yeah, as I say, I'll just make it slightly quicker at the other end for taking them to the rings. We are also waiting for these 2 floats to arrive to take our calves away. So first one is coming, I think, in the next sort of 10-15 minutes, and then it'll be probably about an hour and a half for him to get there, unload, head back out again. So yeah, and then that'll be them. They go into bedded cattle courts tonight. They get fed, I think it's like silage or hay. And then they get brought out into the pens for selling tomorrow. So, yep, they'll be in there tonight. They'll be settling hopefully, and then they'll get sold tomorrow. Fingers crossed it is a good sale. Seed is doing really well at the moment, but you just never know. So yeah, we'll wait and see. Tomorrow will be payday. Determining whether it's a good payday or just an average payday. But yeah, a year's worth of work comes down to about 10 minutes in the sale ring. Yeah, lambs all enjoying the sun as well. Fresh bale for them. We are just about there with this side. So just gonna, Dad will come for that probably, and then I'll get the creep gate open and we'll take a couple grabfuls out of that. So we're not going to muck out the whole creep obviously, because the calves still need to reach into their trocks. But we'll just take a couple grabfuls out the gateway here, so they can obviously still use the creep gate, get in and out. And obviously that'll build up as well with them trailing straw back and forth, so we'll just lower that down a bit for just now. But yeah, nearly there. So you can see how high up the muck was. Just have to be really careful here and not catch the gate obviously. Lift it off its hinges, but you need to get kind of close enough as well to get the muck lifted up. Just capping the gap. So Dad's been taking a couple grabfuls away. Keeping these guys from going out. Stay. Just like that, the float's here. that one last grab full had to just get shoved on just to save an extra trip with one grab full. She's well loaded this time, so I'm hoping it doesn't count. Also taking up a fourth bale with me to the Yows, and then I'll just take 2 in front of the loader when I go up with it. And that is the top calf court mucked out, and the stocks are on their way to the mart. One load away, on their way, hopefully arriving safely very soon, and the next load will be getting loaded up shortly. Top shed all mucked out again. Much better. This side's back up. Fresh bedding. Calves all getting a soak. Happy days. And that is Ian back with the float, ready to load the heifers. So Ian tells us how many calves he wants in each section of the float. So we pick out that number from the calf court, get it into this wee pen here before it goes up the ramp into the top pass, and then Ian loads them into the float.
Move.
And just like that, the second batch is away. They're just drawn out from the farm now. We had one heifer to tag, and don't know what happened. Went to tag it, clicked in, and then didn't stay in her ear. Basically, there's like a wee plastic or metal bit at the end of the tag, and it was going through an old hole. It wasn't a new hole, and but the bit broke off in one end of the tag, so we couldn't even like put it back in. So that's about £5 down the drain. So I'm gonna go and phone and get another one ordered, and it'll get printed tomorrow. And then they'll charge us a fortune for someone to tag it. I think the last time it was like £12 we got charged for somebody at the mart to tag it. So we're probably already £5 down for that, £5 down for that tag. You're then £12 to get them to tag it, plus another £5 for a tag. For one tag. Madness. I think I should start charging £12 every calf that I tag here.